Gemini, I had a few messages for you. Man. All right, so boom. Let's start. There's this frustration that someone has for you, Gemini, because they're like, damn, I really supported you. Like, I really believed in you. When they said all of those bad things about you, Gemini, when they said how terrible you were, right? Psychic in reverse with air. Like someone didn't see what everyone else saw, or when people were talking about you or sharing their experience of you that wasn't so positive in some way, someone wasn't listening to them, someone never thought that you would treat them that way, never saw that side of you, didn't think that it was possible, and really backed you, really supported for you to be in a certain position now. Now you've been appointed a new position, 1:11 on the clock. You know, you're in a position of authority, or someone made it that your fate was changed. Okay, so there's something about like someone criminal in some way, but you get off scot-free. Is being lenient towards you, or someone saying, hey, Gemini's a villain, right? You know, Gemini did XYZ, Gemini did something, and you getting off scot-free, or you getting off really lenient because someone believed in you, they showed favoritism, they really backed you. This could be someone of you know, a good character, high moral values. Okay, something about this, you know, their morals, their values. But now, only now, after you know, that position being secured, or you kind of being free to do what you want now, this person who backed you is now getting to see your true colors, see another side of you that they never saw before. I look up 222 on the clock. I felt a lot of overwhelm, a lot of frustration, a lot of anger around realizing that certain people's complaints for you were accurate, or there was some sort of truth to it. The level of frustration that others had with you for whatever reason was valid. Okay? Because they're experiencing it firsthand in some way. Hi, welcome. So they're looking at you like, yo, I really had your back, Gemini. I really believed in you. I really supported you. And you turned out to be as bad as they say you are, or they said you were. You know, everyone who was against you, they were on to something, or somebody in particular who was against you, who wasn't kind to you, who spoke out, who spoke ill of you, who took a certain position against you. They were right, and someone's regretting having your back. I subscribe. Thank you so much. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Okay? So there's that frustration coming out. There's also this other frustration of someone going, I've been riding with you for a long time, Gemini, only for you to give it to them, give the promotion to them, give the ring to them. This is like a man being with a woman for years and never marrying her. I'm well, thank you. I'm great. You know? Ray, you scared me. You're pretty. I'm not going to allow it, all due respect, but your eyes look scary. There are worlds behind them, love. You know? That's okay. Anyway, there's this energy of like a man being with a woman for a really long time, you know, being together for a really long time, working for a certain company for a really long time, and then getting looked over for a promotion. They're giving it to a newbie, something that was promised to you. You knew you had it in the bag. You knew it was for you, or someone told you for a really long time. This is yours, okay? Or there's someone who's angry with you because they put in a lot of time and effort working for you, being with you, tending to you, or this is their version of it. That part. If you're 10, love, then you should not be on here. You should go to sleep. Get up out of here. This is for adults. Anyway. That energy, even the kids being around, there being a lot of kids that are present, that are paying attention to you more than have been in a long time. Someone's absolutely surrounded by children that are soaking all of your energy up, your knowledge up, your wisdom up. But I just feel like there being a lot of people who are angry at you because they feel like they got shortchanged in some way. You know? They got the short end of the stick. They feel bamboozled. They feel hoodwinked. Veiled. Right. Someone's like, nah, that's not... You told me one thing and it's really something else, Gemini. I don't appreciate you playing games. Not only that, but this veiled card looks like playing possum. People counting you out because they thought you wouldn't be around for much longer. You would die off. Whatever you were selling, whatever you were doing, your momentum would slow down in some way. You letting them think that, you know. But also there's this energy of like people thinking you're dumb, you're ignorant, you know, you don't really know what you're talking about. You letting them, you know, hiding in plain sight. You're not all there. You don't have your, you know, your wits about you. Sure, go ahead, believe that. All while developing a master plan behind the scenes. You know, and then them getting angry at you when their plan doesn't work, but yours does. How could you, Gemini? I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. Why is Tyra Banks so loud? I don't know. If you know that scene from America's Top Model. But like someone's so angry because they were rooting for you. You know? The version of you that they felt like was acceptable. The version of you that they created in their minds. Yet someone is saying, no, this is the version of you that you presented yourself to be. Meanwhile, I don't feel you ever hiding. I don't feel you ever being anyone other than your most authentic self. People genuinely looking at you and seeing what they want. Hey, just wanted to give you your flowers. You are truly that girl. The way you read is just wow. And the way you say all your readings are somehow aligned all together is the truest. Love from NYC. Thank you, my love. It's so funny that you say you're in NYC. I'm going to be in New York this month, performing for the first time in 5 years. So check that out. I'm going to be at the Market Hotel, July 26th. Pull up. All that information is in the description box below and my link tree too. So thank you. I appreciate you. But you said NYC. Well, I'm coming back home this month. The day after my birthday. Shameless plug. Quick commercial break. Right? Anyway, I just feel like somehow you got put in new life. I see new life and I saw courage. I feel like somehow you got in a position to do whatever it is that you want to do. And people are mad, right? People got put in a position of power. You got a new life and you have the balls to go after it. Someone's like, you know, it's almost like when, you know, certain people like to be modest. They tell them they could have whatever they want, or they're in a position and they want to be modest, so they don't want to do too much. They don't want to be, you know, looked at any kind of way. But then they come ask you what you want or what you think, and you know, you don't pull any punches. You go all out. You know, top tier everything. You want extravagance. You want the best of the best. Really struggling to feel like you can rest. Thank you, love. I pray you can make it too, babe. You know, there's something about this really struggling to feel like you can rest. And for some of you, there's such a disconnect between your mind and your body because your body is not resting, not sleeping. You can't shut it off, but the body is exhausted, or the body just can't physically do what you want it to do anymore. And you're, shout out to my Gemini masculines, because some of you, like in your mind, think that you can really do some movie shit that you can't do. And your body is like, yeah, I'm not doing that. Yeah, we can't do that. Maybe that was 20 years ago, but we can't anymore, Go ahead and get that out of your mind. Hi, love. Welcome, welcome. So there's this disconnect between your mind and your body, this struggle to rest in some way, always on go, the wheels always turning. And the truth is, being very uncomfortable when you see anyone else around you resting, needing to find something for someone to do because you can't rest in some way, because your mind, because you can't turn it off, just period. Or because you never feel satisfied with what you've done, in a day. You never feel satisfied with your environment, always feeling like there is something else that must be done, while encountering others who in their own right do a lot but have no good night, love, sleep well. They have no desire to overexert themselves, to burn themselves out. That energy. You mad at me, or you want to keep finding something for me to do, Gemini? Let me rest. Let me sleep. I understand that. Or let me take a minute. I work really hard, and I understand the importance of balance, of prioritizing, taking a moment to myself. You always have something for me to do. You always want me on call. You want someone on call 24 hours a day. Not only that, there's something about you being a danger to yourself. Like, they're like, if I don't watch you, you're going to spend all the money. If I don't watch you, you could fall. You're a danger to yourself. You could make a spontaneous, impulsive decision that affects us all negatively. It's so interesting, man. While others are so worried about you and what you're doing. Yo, that was another download. I got someone's looking at you crazy at the way that you demand things of them. They are so fed up with the way that you demand things of them, knowing that they go above and beyond for you, specifically because they're looking at you like, yo, I do way more for you than they ever did, and you would never treat them this way. You would never ask of them what you're asking of me. You're taking advantage of me because I give you whatever it is that you want. For some of you, this is specifically a Scorpio. Someone's like, why are you taking advantage of me, knowing I go above and beyond for you? You would never get that Scorpio to do that. You could never get that Scorpio to do that. I know, and you know how that Scorpio treated you, and you stayed in that situation. Oof. This could be with a family member, but for some of you, this is like your ex. This is also where they say, like, don't tell a new man what what your ex did to you. If your ex treated you like crap, cheated on you, don't tell a new man that, because you just teaching him all of the ways that he could play in your face, all of the things that he could do to you. Something about this, like, whoever you're dealing with now, you told them how shitty your ex was, or you told them how shitty the Scorpio was. You told them how shitty someone else was to you, or they witnessed it firsthand and they watched you for a very long time not stand up for yourself, not do something about it, let them get away with it. You still go on to love them, be with them, accept them, look the other way, be very generous with them. For some of you, where there's a Scorpio, there's also a Taurus. This could be a Taurus getting pissed off with you, like, yo, I go above and beyond for you. I do so much for you that they never do, and you let them get away with murder. Or you would never ask them you would have never asked this of them, or you would never stress them this way because they would flat out tell you no. So don't do this to me, right? Friendship out here, and then a growth. It's something about this, because like someone's like, I genuinely like you. I genuinely wanted to be your partner. I'm genuinely rooting for you, yo. Why didn't then guides in reverse and psychic was in reverse, and someone being frustrated with karmic path in reverse. They didn't realize that this was a karmic connection between the two of you. That what this was going to be. Someone's like, why didn't my guides warn me about you, or warn me about this situation, or that this was going to go left, or that this was going to be some of my struggle. You know, someone like dedicated themselves to, they committed themselves to you, whether this is a marriage or working for you, you know, like genuinely believing in your vision, or dedicating themselves to, like, you know, wanting to get you healthier. Let's do life together. Let's be friends. I want to help you with something, help you with your health, help you with your mission, even, you know, your vision, your goal. Why would my guides have me commit to you when there's so much resistance that would come up, so much resentment that would come up, so much frustration that would come up? You know, you're very quickly making me, you're very quick, heavy on that. You're very quickly making me feel unappreciated. You're very quickly, you know, it didn't take long for you to make me feel unappreciated. We're not even done celebrating. 4 wands out here in reverse. We just got here, or we're not even done settling in. We're not even done unpacking, I should say. The dust hasn't even settled. We're in the honeymoon phase. I didn't know this. Someone's like getting a crash course, and, you know, and with someone else who was against you, or who treated you poorly, who spoke out against you publicly, you know, getting a crash course in why they don't fuck with you. You know, and this read it's hard for me, because I feel like, you ragging on me, Mercy. No, but I feel like it's so important. Like, this is the part where you get to, like, look a little closer, chill, you know? Let's look at this self-awareness. How much self-awareness do you have in regards to how you affect people, how the people closest to you are receiving you at this time, perceiving you at this time? You know, who's trying to distance themselves from you? Who is inactive? Who is pulling back? I feel like those who rushed in are now completely inactive or quiet. Nah, don't be quiet now. Y'all were rooting for Gemini with your whole chest. I feel other people being like, this is what I was trying to talk about. This is what I was trying to say, but nobody wanted to listen to me. Don't be quiet now. How does it feel? Do you understand now? Someone's so upset with you, Gemini. You're making a fool out of me. I swore you. This is like the old girlfriend or the wife, you know, ex-wife, talking to the new girlfriend thinking she know everything. You know, she's the better woman. She know everything about this man that this woman done had a bunch of kids for, or been with for years. Sweetie, you just got here. You just wait. You gonna find out. You know, you want the position so bad, you got it, and you gonna find out. You know, and then a month later, the new girlfriend being like, "Why are you doing this to me?" Sounding just like the ex-wife, just like the ex-wife used to. She was right about you. She said this and she said that. A month ago, you were arguing with her. You were talking shit about her. You said she was wrong. You said you were the better woman. You said you can handle this. You thought you knew this person, what you was getting yourself into. So whoever rushed in, not only that, has to humble themselves if they were disrespectful to someone else who had a problem with you. A lot of, like, talking bad, belittling, spreading the word, even to, like, defame someone, not defame someone, assassinate their character. I'll say it that way. They're wrong about Gemini. Nature spirits just popped out. Everyone needs to go outside, connect more to nature, connect more to your magic. A lot of earth magic energy coming through, you know. Grounding yourself. You need to be grounded. You've been really impulsive and making some really wild decisions, or disrupting people while they're genuinely at work or trying to be productive. You need to get back into your prayer routine, your meditation routine. Find a way to ground yourself. A lot of woo-saw energy, you know, before you freak the fuck out and make others freak the fuck out. Because they're frustrated with you. Like whoever you have in your corner is like, yo, if I walk away, that's it. There's no one else. And so help me help you. You know, why, you know, something about this. Or you're a visitor in someone's home. You come into someone's home and act like it's yours. Start bossing people around or talking to the person whose home it is like they're a peasant, like they're a servant. This is my shit. Fire sign energy is real loud. Aries, Leo is like, who are you, Gemini, talking to me the way you talking to me? Sag is around, but I don't feel Sag having this energy. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's giving me Aries and Leo. I feel Sag just watching you. Sag watching you with this face like, why are you crashing out? Sag thinks you're a fucking crash out. And that says something if the archer feels that way. That says something focused, because Sag is an intentional crash out. Professional crash out. Sag is looking at you like you crashing out, Gemini. What's wrong with you? You need help. You need healing. Go to therapy. Work on that. What is this? I love you. Stop treating me this way. Yo, I believe in you. All I do for you, I try my best. I try my best to make you comfortable and make you happy. Why can't you see me? Why can't you respect my one little boundary? Do you realize that life is happening outside of you? Truth. Every fucking word, yo. Shift. It's important. Like this, none of this is to rag on you. None of this is to rag on you. Yo, all of this is just to make you aware how those who are still there, those who are still rooting for you, still fighting for you, still showing up for you, truly are feeling like they're being treated by you. And it gives you an opportunity to make some sort of shift. So that you can honor their feelings, you know? Honor them, honor the people who honor you, who care about you. To keep those connections in your life. Keep them healthy. You know? I feel like we're talking about the people that you can rest around. Don't take that shit lightly. You can't close. You gotta sleep with one eye open with a lot of people in this world, B. Right. Abundance in reverse, and then hunger. So a lot of people would do a lot of wicked things because they money hungry, because they thirsty, because they're desperate. It's a lot of people you just can't trust for one reason or another, man. But I'm talking about people who don't care about your money, don't care about, they could be starving. They don't care how well fed you are, how good you have it. They genuinely love you for you, support you for you, want to be there for you, want to make your life easier while struggling in some way, yo. Why don't you see me? And if you're not going to intentionally make my life better, you know, at least try not to make it worse. Try not to make it harder. Don't take for granted the people that you can rest well around. And then consciousness is out here in reverse with death in reverse. Like it's like this avoidance of an ego death, or literally the lack of awareness. You're like totally unconscious that this is actually going on. Oblivious. Like believing everyone loves you or you're so great. And you are, and you are, and you are, and you are. But the way that you're showing up, or the way that you're treating certain people who love you, respect you, or even fans of you or your work in some way, like look up to you and, you know, are inspired by you, the way that you kind of treat them as if they're peasants or they don't matter or they're disposable, they're expendable, is crushing them inside. Not only that, but it's weakening some sort of, weakening your magic in some way. Weakening your hold over people. This is like, for some of you, this is like glamour magic. Like, you know, something about someone looking at you and thinking you're so great, you're so powerful, you're so beautiful, they can't get enough of you. that the spell is weakening, it's fading. The way that the uglier you act, you know. It's the energy of like being really stuck up and unavailable while someone's trying to pursue you, but even after they get you, you're still really stuck up and unavailable. And then like, what the fuck did I do all this for? The whole point was for you to let your guard down once I jumped through all of these hoops and was approved. Once I made it through your screening process, like you were supposed to start treating me like everybody else. I'm literally, I literally passed every test, so I'm literally better for you than everyone else, better than everyone else, more qualified than everyone else. You're addicted to chaos, Gemini. You need something to be uncomfortable about, something to complain about. You need to be in an oppressive environment. You like oppressive environments. You like oppressive people. You know, you're still with that oppressive ex. You're still with, you know, or boyfriend, husband, girlfriend in that oppressive, abusive relationship. You still have these friends who think this way or do these things. No thanks. Strength card in reverse. Leo is loud. No thanks. I can't do this. Time to reevaluate a little bit. Okay? I'm going to leave it there. That was a read. That was a lot. If this resonated, you know, take it as a sign to come book your personal reading. Everything you need to know about me is in the description box below. Come book your reading at thebigbodyhighpriestess.me. If you want to send me a love donation, I truly appreciate it. May it be returned to you tenfold. You so important. My ex, the Gemini. Whew. This read was a read. I love you.